Alrighty guys, now in today's video, we are going to be talking about Tesla. Tesla stock is back. We've had a ton of absolute beautiful growth over the past week or so. I think the overall momentum is going to continue, but in today's video, we're going to be really breaking this stock down. Should you buy it? Should you sell it? Should you hold it? Should you wait to buy it? Now, I think it's always smart to go without saying Tesla is a growth stock, right? It's going to be a little more volatile than a lot of these other massive companies out there, or just investing in the S&P 500 or one of the market indexes. You can see the swings that the stock has had. Went from about $379 all the way up to $900, sold off back down about $550, back up to $780, sold off back down to $570, and really lately has had a lot of beautiful growth behind it with beautiful upward trend. In the past day alone, it was up about 3%. So I think Tesla in general, yes, it's going to be more volatile than comparing it to like the S&P 500, which in general just has this nice steady upward trend and some recent sell-off lately. But Tesla in general is a fantastic growth stock because historically in the past 5 years, this stock has outperformed all of the indexes, the Dow Jones, the NASDAQ, and the S&P 500. The overall growth behind Tesla is really this whole sector they're working in, right? The electric auto space, which is rated to grow about 50 to 60% year over year, which is really, really promising. So Tesla being the front runner is obviously going to pick up revenue, going to pick up a whole bunch of beautiful things, which is making this stock grow more and more and more. Not to mention Tesla is a lot more than pretty much just the electric auto stock that is killing it. They're invested in a variety of things, from solar energy to wind energy to a variety of things. So Tesla is a fantastic growth stock. But with that saying, it's going to be more volatile, okay? So in the next week, we have Tesla's earnings coming out. So let's actually look back at some previous earnings to see kind of what happened, right? So we had an earnings here, which caused some sell-off, right? We had another one right in here, which caused more sell-off. We had another one in here, which had recent sell-off following after. We had one in here, which was probably a little bit of sell-off the day of and the next day, and then we actually had a nice upward trend, which is really good. A lot of growth behind it. So Tesla being as volatile as it is, what is the best strategy for investing or dealing with a company like this? So for me, I think it's always hard to pick and choose the point where it's overvalued, when it's undervalued, and everything like that. So a great strategy would be dollar cost averaging. I know a lot of people don't like it, but what it does is it really eliminates a lot of the risk, okay? Because if Tesla stock continues to go up, all you're doing is you're spreading out your payment. So if it continues to go up, you're just averaging in your shares. But the beautiful part is when it sells off, just like it did in here, and you continue to dollar cost average it, and then when the stock recovers, you know what happens is you make a lot more money. So something with a lot of volatility, a lot of growth, you're going to absolutely thrive when you dollar cost average. Now, me personally, I put a little twist to it. When the stock is over on the RSI and the overvalued point, I don't put in as much because I know we're going to have some sell-off coming soon. Even if it's just a little, it will happen, right? And then when it comes in the undervalued point, just like it did in here, a little bit in here, I double or triple what I normally put in. So it's a good way to get in on those overvalued, on those undervalued points. So with it being a little overvalued right now, am I going to buy it? No, I'm not going to buy as much. I'm going to continue doing my payment every single Friday where I buy some. But when it sells off, I am going to be ready for this thing to buy in on some sort of discount. So when it recovers, I'm going to be making a lot of money. So recently we have Tesla's earnings coming out. Okay. That's why there's been a lot of hype about this. That's why a lot of people are freaking out. But historically, stocks during this time don't perform as much. They actually start to slow down in this October era. And then towards the end of the year or the beginning of next year is when they actually pick up again. That's just looking at history. But in the third quarter alone, Tesla's third quarter deliveries here, we can actually look at this article. You can see it actually soared by 73%. And a lot of analysts in general are starting to be huge huge bulls on this stock. But also on the flip side, we have somebody like Michael Berry, who's a huge bear against this stock and is actually shorting it. Me personally, I think Tesla carries so much long-term potential. I think you're pretty much foolish not to invest. I think the growth's there, everything there, and if there's volatility, so be it, right? People always will say a stock's overvalued. When Amazon was trading for $600, people were freaking out because it had a price to earnings ratio at about 1,600, which at the time, that is so much. Everybody was saying, oh, it's overvalued, it's overvalued. Now looking back, 10 years, you'd have been almost foolish not to buy it. That's what the same mindset I have with Tesla. They're the leader in the sector. They're growing. They're becoming more profitable each and every day. They're increasing their margin. They're really dominating a lot of the electric vehicle stock and company and cars in general. Once they release the Cybertruck, I think that's going to be a huge competitor with Ford in the F-150. And I understand a lot of companies are already getting into the electric auto space, but who is the company that comes to mind when you think of electric? Tesla. And I think that's going to be a huge thing for the company. And honestly, dollar cost average this thing all day long. Wait until it falls. Even if it's at a 60 or 50 on the RSI, put in some money. Maybe not right now as much, but still do a little bit, because if the earnings comes out really positive, this thing will soar up. So that's kind of my overall opinion on it. This stock is back. I've been huge. I've been investing in this thing for years now, so I'm up a lot of my investment. But overall, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. And if you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, because it really, really helps me out in general. And we will see you guys later. Remember to stay happy, stay positive, stay safe, and like and subscribe. Take care.